Alright. I don't know if you... Nope, okay. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I'm going to drive out of the gas station after just filling up my tank. Meanwhile, I'm going to let you know I drive a 2019 Kia Soul, the lowest model. And I mean, like, that's a Prindle, but it's a 1 through 6 Prindle, if you know what I mean. So I just filled up my tank from near empty. I know, bad as me. For $54. I drive a 2019 Kia Soul with a, 11 gallon tank, right? Or 12 gallon tank. 10 gallons of gas just now, or 10.2 or whatever, cost me $54. How is anybody supposed to afford that? Like, think about it. Let's say the average commuter, I think, was somewhere around 30 to 40 miles of commute, right? And so you got a Kia Soul, that, you know, a stick shift or a really nice hybrid. And you get 30 miles to the gallon. That's 1 gallon a trip. That's 2 trips a day. That's 8 trips a week. Right? That is, let's do it again. 30, that's 2 gallons a day, 8 gallons a week. And then you have 2 gallons left to do everything else. And if you have kids, you have school. If you're a Christian, you have church, not to mention sports, any kind of extra activities. So you're spending, if you're my position, where, you know, in this situation, just $50 on getting to where you need to be. Okay? Well, that's not so bad. Unless your average person only makes $20 an hour. So in order to be able to go to work and back, just work and back, right? We found out that's like 8 gallons right there. I'm just doing some math. 8 gallons at $5 is 40. That person has to work 2 hours just to afford to get to work every week. That also doesn't sound crazy. There are people that earn more money in the blink of an eye doing literally nothing than someone will earn all week. Meanwhile, that person is crunching to make sure they have enough gas in their tank with these gas prices. I'm just saying, at what point do people go, it's going to be too expensive for me to go to work? Like, if both my wife and I worked, we'd be spending my check just to put them in daycare. So why not just stay home? It's just kind of getting to the point where everything is upside down, man. Nothing's working the way it's supposed to. Nobody can afford anything. And, like, the craziest thing to me is just how, like, families themselves are, like, made themselves their own little competitive group. I really do not understand why the American family is so hell-bent on, like, not even compartmentalizing, like, disintegrating, literally. Like, oh, you're 18, you got a degree, bye. No, dude, like, we're a family. We shouldn't be kicking people out for them to struggle. That's stupid. I don't care how old they are. A family's a family forever. Which is why everything's kind of falling apart now. So, like, there are people who are going with excess while people in their own family are going without. say it again. There are people in families in excess reveling in it, while those without struggle in their own family. I think it's time for America to just die. You know, I don't think it's really serving its people any good. I think it's honestly what's making it harder. If you think about it, what would you have to go through to start a business? What do you have to do even if you start like an Etsy page? How much capital and licensings and insurance and shipping do you have to go through just to sell your trinkets on eBay, hopefully enough to pay rent? All these regulations that people like us can't afford. Or get this, what about all the laws we can't afford to break? But if you're rich, you can just pay the penalty. Or if you're rich, they just won't charge you. Or if you're a politician, they won't ask you. And when you get caught, they won't do anything about it. But heaven forbid, one of us don't have the right year sticker on our car license plate. Heaven forbid, we go 10 over while having maybe 8 beer before taking off. So when they smell it on your breath, they take you in. How many lives have been ruined from false accusations? Meanwhile, politicians and billionaires, we literally have evidence of them doing illegal, destructive, evil things. Straight up like cannibalism and pedophilia, right? But that's less important than a new, like, young Sheldon. And, like, it's totally okay for people to get away with it. And if I put all this together in my head, pretty much what that tells me is everybody's okay that the fact that their tax dollars go to pay for pedophiles and cannibals. That everybody is complacent and their tax money's going to pedophiles and cannibals. Everyone who doesn't like that should do something about it. And the people who have no problem with that piss me off. So they're worried about the newest shows. They're worried about how they look and how they present. That they won't even help their own kids. They won't even look at how much things are. And they'll just continue on. Because, I'll be fine. It's not affecting me yet. Be the one that affects them. This is another call to action. Be the one that tells them the economy is broken. We just got here. It's not our fault. The family's falling apart. There's no morals anymore. There's no ethics being taught by parents that are worth a dang anymore. Worth a dang. Like, why do parents talk trash about their own kids? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Talking trash about your own kids is probably one of the most evil things you can do as a parent. Especially people outside your family. Talking down about your kids for any reason is psychopathy, narcissism, egoism. Yeah, they do things that disappoint you. Why does everybody else need to know that? Your kid's the greatest thing ever, right? Because you raised them. You taught them everything they know, so of course they're awesome, right? You gave them all the tips and tricks and all the ideas to get ahead in life, right? You gave them everything you did to be successful, right? You gave them an equal chance and opportunity you had growing up, correct? No, you didn't. And that's why you're self-conscious. And that's why gas is $54 for 10 gallons. Because everybody needs a car now. Everybody needs a job now. Everybody needs to earn their place and work. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of back when, like, mom would stay home and dad would work and the labor market and economy was doing okay. And, oh, no, that's right. That was also upheld by the government. I'm not saying you guys are the only problem. I'm saying you're the next step to realizing what the problem is. Guys, all I see about financial reports, and again, this could just be my algorithm probably, but like, everything's crashing, everything's getting more expensive, nobody can afford anything. They can't get houses or cars or food. They're putting food on credit. They're using Klarna for DoorDash. Oh, stop doing that. Yeah, you know, but just cooking 7 days a week while you already worked 8 hours and you're only gonna get 5 hours of sleep because your baby's gonna be up and crying all night. Meanwhile, rent it's literally like doubled in the past 6 years. Like, wake up.